Hello everyone, welcome to all of you my online course. The main topic, that is the frozen storage of the food, in which it is the second part. In the first part we will already discuss about the frozen storage, that is the freezing basic terms, then quick and slow freezing equipment classification and the basic principle. In this second part, vapor compression refrigeration system, in which the main parts, its construction and working, the type of its parts, and the system, how it's work, we will discuss. In the refrigeration or the in frozen storage system, that means the preservation of the food by using the low temperature, the main important equipment, that is the vapor compression refrigeration system. The refrigeration systems are available different types, but mostly in vapor compression refrigeration system is used in food processing industry. You can see this is the simple vapor compression refrigeration system, in which the main part, the first part, that is the compressor, then second one is the condenser, then next important part, that is expansion valve, and last one is the evaporation. These are the main four parts. The refrigerant, that means the working substance which is flowing to the inside of this tube, continuously flowing from compressor, condenser, then reservoir, expansion valve, then evaporation section, then again compressor. This is the totally cycle in which the working substances is flowing from one main part to the second part. In the refrigerant, number of the refrigerants are available, in which they are categorized into mainly two groups, that is the primary refrigerant, that means the refrigerant which is in flowing to the inside of the refrigeration system, which is called as a primary refrigerant. And the secondary refrigerant, sometime in the processing we can use the secondary refrigerant for the heat exchangers for the further processing. In the vapor compression refrigeration system, refrigerant when flowing to in this refrigeration system, its phase change from vapor to liquid, then again liquid to vapor, then again vapor to liquid. This is process continuously process. You can see the main parts, that is the compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporation, in which the parameters, that means the compressor compress, resulting its increasing the pressure and temperature. Condenser, condensation process is carried out, resulting refrigerant temperature is reduces, its pressure remain constant. In expansion valve, refrigerants, its pressure is reduced, temperature also reduced. In the evaporation process, in which the refrigerant pressure is lower but its temperature is increases, that means the evaporation process is occurred. These are the thermodynamic terms and the refrigeration phase change during the refrigeration system. In the refrigeration system, the main part, that is the compressor. The compressor, the number of compressors or the different type of the compressors are available in market. You can see, in which the reciprocating pump, rotary pump, screw pump, these are the examples. Reciprocating pump, then rotary pump, in which the gear pump, then rotary van compressors, reciprocating or centrifugal pumps, or the screw pumps. These are the pumps available. Depending on the its refrigeration capacity and the requirement, as per we can use the different type of the compressors suitable for that processing. The mostly used reciprocating compressor. You can see the reciprocating compressor, that is the piston type of pump, in which the pistons moving from up and down, that is the reciprocating action, which is carried out by connecting with the connecting rod and the rotating motion. This rotating motion is converted to the reciprocating motion. You can see this is the suction stroke and this is the compression stroke, in which the suction stroke, suction valve is open, then a refrigerant from the evaporation, that is in the vapor of the ammonia, which are sucked into the compressor, and then during the compression stroke, refrigerant are compressed and forward to the next section. During compression stroke, suction wall is closed and delivery wall is open, and this compressed refrigerant, its temperature and pressure is increases, and then these are the refrigerants are fed to the condenser. You can see similar this process. The main function of the compressor to compress the refrigerant and then forward to the next section. Then next, after the compression, refrigerant are passed from the compressor into the condenser. The condenser also available two types, in which first one is the air cooled condenser and the second one is the water cooled condenser. You can see the examples in which this is the air cooled condenser and this is the water cooled condenser. Air cooled condenser used for in small scale, medium scale level, and water cooled condenser used in industry level. The condenser, the role of condenser to condense the refrigerants in this section. In this air cooled condenser, you can see this is the construction in which the number of the pipes in which fitted with the number of plates in order to increasing the surface area. That means the cooling of the refrigerant is carried out by providing with the fans. That means air is continuously blow on the condenser. You can see the refrigerant from the compressor which is condensed, resulting these vapors are converted into the liquid during the condensation process. The next, after the condensation process, liquid refrigerants which are fed into the receiver section. You can see this is the receiver section, which is a simple storage tank. You can see receiver. After the condensation process, this is the receiver. Condensed refrigerants which are stored into the receiver. This is the only storage tank in which they maintain the level of the refrigerant. These refrigerants are then next fed into the expansion valve. The next, after the receiver section, that is the expansion valve. The role of expansion valve is that the flow rate of the refrigerant. The expansion valves are available different type of the expansion valve. You can see the type of expansion valve in which the first one is the thermostatic expansion valve, capillary tube, and the float valve. Number of tubes are valves are available. Mostly use thermostatic expansion valve in industry level. You can see the thermostatic expansion valve in which the diaphragm valve. This is the diaphragm, and the diaphragm which is connected into the this valve. Compressor, after the condensation process, then after that refrigerant is fed into the expansion valve. This is the valve in which the valve are moving up and down, and the refrigerants are flow from the condenser, then after that expansion valve, and then evaporation section, in which the flow rate of the refrigeration is maintained by the movement of the diaphragm, and this movement of the diaphragm is controlled by the providing with the connecting tube with the sensible capillary tube. This is the sensible capillary tube in which the inside with the fitted with the sensible gases. That means the evaporation section, in which the evaporation section, its final temperature, that if the temperature is increases, then gas expand and this wall is press, resulting the flow of the refrigerant is circulated. The main role of the expansion valve to reduce the pressure and to properly supply the refrigerant in the refrigeration system. The next, after that, the expansion valve, refrigerant, in which the refrigerants almost 50% they are converted to the vapor and 50% in liquid state. These are the thermal expansion process, resulting its temperature is decreases, and this mixture is then fed into the evaporation section. In this evaporation sections, the evaporation of the refrigerant is occurred, in which surrounding of this evaporation section, whatever the food we stored that's containing heat is absorbed, resulting refrigerant temperature is increases and its evaporation is occurred. That means these are the evaporation tubes as per the similar of the condenser tubes, and these are the fan provided. You can see in this sketch totally explain how the refrigeration system is work. This is the cold storage room, in which the cold storage room inside only the evaporation pipes are fitted, and the outside of the room remaining all parts, that is the compressor, condenser, expansion wall, are the outside of the refrigeration room. Inside of the room only fitted with the evaporation pipes and circulation fans. You can see first there is the compressor, then after that the condenser, then expansion wall, then this is the evaporation tubes, in which the liquid ammonia, its temperature is very low, -30 to -40 degrees Celsius, resulting whatever the cold room when we stored the food, that food containing heat, they are absorbed. That means the heat transfer is carried out, resulting this ammonia, its temperature is increases and resulting evaporation process is occurred. That means the liquid ammonia is again converted to the vapors, and these vapors then again feed into the compressor. In this way, this cycle is continuously run and the refrigeration effect is carried out in the evaporation section. These are the references used for the preparation of this PowerPoint presentation. Thank you very much.